Hello everybody, I'm John.
I'm Matt.
That means it must be...
Box of reviews. Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down.
But we skipped last week, so I could put
Take a vacation.
up my best of 2011, which was
A good video. I haven't seen it yet.
it was like 20 minutes long. It was pretty long.
You still working on part 2, asking that.
Yeah, part 2 was, well, not necessarily. It'll be up the same day.
Oh, you put it up today?
Well, technically I'm putting it up today, but technically this is next week, so. So it's 2012.
No, it's not.
It's going to be.
It's going to be.
When this review gets put up, it's 2012, so quit ruining the illusion, dude. So.
And also, it's 1 year has went by. That means it's 1 year of Matt reviews.
I'll have to look up the day we first put our first Matt review up, because then we'll have to do a special for that.
Maybe in like July, August.
It was later. Anyways, what are we doing? Happy New Year, everybody! This is the first review of 2012 for Matt Reviews.
Yep.
And we got a doozy.
I do.
Came out last year, technically. Directed by J.J. Abrams, produced by Steven Spielberg, and the movie is
Super 8.
That's right.
You'll get the case.
You can't go. Yeah, Super 8. It was a movie that I really, really wanted to go see in theaters, but I really, really didn't get a chance to.
I just realized there's a Lindsay letter on the cover.
Well, we'll get to that later. Here's the cover. Super Spielberg. They slapped his name on it, even though he just produced it.
Producer Steven Spielberg.
Directed by J.J. Abrams, who also would give us, who produced Cloverfield and directed the Star Trek movie.
Wait, I'll get to that later.
The plot consists of a group of, what was it, 4 or 5 teens, young teens.
I think one's still like a
who are for a group of close friends who are trying to make a zombie movie for a film festival, and they're shooting it on Super 8, hence the name. Well, one night they get together to go to the train tracks to shoot a scene because they felt they needed a girl in it to play the wife, so they have more. What are you doing? So they have more story in the movie. And while shooting the scene, a train starts to roll by, and they're like, "Oh, good production value." So they grab the camera to shoot the train. Train wrecks.
Boom! Into a truck.
Yes, truck pulls out in front of the train, runs straight into the train. The train goes off the tracks. Chaos goes everywhere. And the next day, the military shows up. And they're wondering, huh, why's the military showing up? That's kind of weird.
It's just a train wreck.
Mm-hmm. But when they go to check the footage of the camera, they find something strange.
Really strange.
Coming out of one of the carts. And from there, strange things kind of happen throughout the town. Like people going missing, dogs go missing, electricity stuff doesn't work, car parts are going missing, the military is snooping all over the place.
Things get destroyed.
And basically, we learn that there's some kind of creature who may be doing this. And he may be good, he may be bad. You have to watch the movie to find out. There's also
We're not gonna tell you.
No, there's also a subplot with the main kid. Was it Josh or John? Josh, like, right?
John.
Is it John?
Yeah.
For sure?
Pretty sure.
Alright. There's no back.
No! There's nothing inside!
The Blockbuster rental. What do you want from it? His mother was killed on the job. And there's a mild spoiler. You learn that it was an accident caused by Ellie, which is his love interest, his father. So there's a little subplot going on between the four, the dad, the son, the dad, the mother, the brother, the daughter.
There's a lot of things going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And of course, they're trying to make the movie at the same time, and that's basically the plot. So, what'd you think, man?
I really like this movie.
I did too. I was very impressed, and it took me a while to get around to finally watching it. I wasn't sure I really wanted to, but after watching it, I was really glad I did.
It's going to throw in a little bit of complaint. This is the only complaint I have.
We'll start out with the complaints. Go ahead.
Well, during the movie, I'm just going to go back a little bit. During the movie, any movie, right? He wants to make it feel like it's real.
Mm-hmm.
No lens flares.
Yeah,
In this movie, look, even on the cover has a freaking lens flare. Right there.
J.J. Abrams uses lens flares quite a bit in this movie and a lot of his stuff. Like, I haven't seen Star Trek, but just from the previews, he uses lens flares. I mean, every director has their little touch that they like to throw in, and like, I don't mind the lens flare. They can really like set a scene pretty well. But he overuses lens flares. And that's a minor complaint. That's just a technical complaint. It gets distracting after a while, you know?
You're like, what's gonna happen? Lens flare on the eyes!
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, minor complaint there. One of my complaints was I didn't like how the alien was at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I was expecting...
I was expecting like a big battle, but no. Not gonna say what happens, that'd be a spoiler. Big thing for me in this movie is like, you can definitely feel Spielberg's influence in the end, where it gets really, really sappy.
Yeah, I was like,
you know,
this is supposed to be scary, not...
Well, it's not technically a scary movie. I consider it more of a sci-fi adventure than a scary movie. But, and it could be considered blasphemous, but I'm not a big Spielberg guy. I mean, I respect the man's work. I think he's a fantastic director, technically. But he gets too sappy for me, you know? Like the end of the Goonies, and all that kind of, even though he didn't direct the Goonies, he produced it. But everything he puts his hand in, you can kind of, it gets so, I don't know how to really put it, but sappy, you know? But that's the complaints. The good is the acting was fantastic.
Yeah.
The kids are unbelievable. Best kid cast in a long time.
One time I was in the movie with John. No joke, I looked back at the camera.
I mean, it's so hard to find good kid actors these days. And all these kids just did spectacular. Charles was my favorite, the director of the short film.
Yeah, he's funny.
Dakota Fanning's sister was in the movie. As Ellie, or Ellis. They keep calling her like 300 different things. She did an excellent job. I mean, everyone did. I was real impressed with the acting in this movie. And the score was your typical Spielberg-style score.
Epic.
What was your favorite parts of the movie? What did you like about it?
Well, I like the build-up.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a while before you finally see the alien.
I didn't even know if there was going to be an alien. I was like, is it supposed to be supernatural stuff or what?
And, going back to acting too, they did such a great job of setting the characters. You had your good guys and your bad guys, and you knew exactly who the good guys were, you knew exactly who the bad guys were, and the military guys were the bad guys.
Yeah, you could tell. Oh, but this movie, I'm surprised it's even made the PG-13 rating.
Well, we're talking about it. There's not a whole lot of blood or violence. There's some cussing, but they only say the F word one time. And there's some minor drug and alcohol references, So overall,
drugs are bad. Drugs are bad.
I mean, overall, the PG-13 rating seems fitting to me. But that's another good thing about the movie is the kids felt real. They weren't the kids in like Spy Kids, where they're stereotypical kids. This is how kids talk. Trust me,
You've been around kids for almost...
I've been around kids a long time, and kids aren't, clean-cut Scooby-Doo.
What? Oh, sorry, I was watching
We're watching The Best of Pride as we do this review. Like, kids cuss, kids talk about things.
Trust me, when you go to my school.
Kids
are just like, dear God.
Kids will be kids, And, like, the sugarcoat kids movies I never liked. I always loved movies like The Goonies and Monster Squad. Stand By Me, where kids felt like real kids. You know, they don't sugarcoat it. They let them be who they are. You know.
Yeah.
Another good example of an ensemble kids film, not a kids film, but ensemble cast of kids in a movie is as I was saying, another good ensemble kids film. I keep saying kids film. What I mean is a group of kids in a movie is Attack the Block. You know.
Some of these movies I don't even need to watch. I watched the Goonies and Monster Squad, but
That's what this movie puts in mind of, is something like the Goonies and the Monster Squad.
yeah.
We have a buddy here who can come in real quick and give us his thoughts. He watched Super 8 with us. This is McKinley, if he can get in here. This is McKinley. What did you think about Super 8?
Good.
You like it? What was your favorite part?
When they had that little movie where the zombie bites his hoodie guy and he starts shooting the hoodie guy.
Yeah, at the end during the credits,
They showed the movie.
that they were supposed to make, and it was really, really funny. Another thing I liked about the movie was one thing I did like the movie. I didn't mean to say like. One thing I didn't like the movie was it's a period piece. You know, it's set sometime, but they're never really specific at what time. You know, there's Dawn of the Dead posters and Halloween posters, which to me that felt so forced. It's like, let me pick the two biggest horror films of that era and put posters up, you know?
Yeah.
I
Let's just put Dawn of the Dead right there.
yeah. I mean,
Put Halloween back there.
So I'm
They
so.
put Christmas somewhere else.
What?
So I'm assuming it was set during the 70s, but they're never really.
But if you
Do a
look
good-
really closely at the tombstone, it says 1979. It doesn't feel like 70s to me though.
No. It felt earlier to me, like a 40s or 30s, like 50s, you know.
It feel like later to me.
I don't know. I mean, like the way the cars and stuff look, I don't know. That may just me. So 11 minutes in, I think it's a good place to stop. I ain't got much more to say about it.
Yeah.
Good film. Wouldn't make my, I already did my top 10 for last year. It wouldn't go into my top 10. I don't think I would knock anything off my top 10 for it, but it was still a solid movie for the year.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna give it out of 5, Matt?
I'll give it a 4.5.
4.5. What are you gonna give it out of 5?
100.
100. I'm going to give it a solid 4. I highly recommend everybody check it out. And once again, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm John,
I'm Matt.
I'm okay.
and you've been watching Matt Reviews for the first time in 2012. See you all later. Anything to say, Kinley?
You better listen to the video.